The dark secrets Nottoway plantation doesn't want you to know. 1. The fire that ended a legacy on May 15, 2025. The Norway plantation burned to the ground, ending a legacy of luxury built on the suffering of enslaved black people. Hidden behind its grand columns and elegant design was a dark past rooted in oppression. Though mourned for its beauty, the fire revealed a deeper truth. Norway was more than architecture. It was a symbol of America's painful history. Its destruction forced a reckoning with the realities often ignored in favor of nostalgia. Flames didn't just consume a house. They exposed the truth buried beneath generations of denial. 2. The sugar empire and human cost in the 1800s. Sugar was Louisiana's gold, but at a devastating cost. Unlike cotton, sugar required year-round labor under brutal conditions. Enslaved workers faced long, dangerous days, often suffering injuries or death. The work was relentless, and life expectancy was tragically short. Plantations treated people as machines, pushing them to the brink for profit. This cruelty powered the South's economy. Behind every spoonful of sugar lay unimaginable pain. Norway plantation thrived in this system, reaping wealth from a foundation of exploitation, turning human suffering into economic success with no regard for those sacrificed. 3. The rise of Norway plantation. Norway plantation was built in 1859 by John Hampden Randolph to symbolize Southern wealth. He enslaved 155 people and controlled over 6,200 acres of land. The mansion, 53,000 square feet with 63 rooms, was crafted entirely by enslaved labor. Featuring state-of-the-art features and majestic design, it stood as a monument to stolen lives. Randolph even destroyed the building plans to protect its uniqueness. Behind its beauty, however, was deep suffering. Norway wasn't just a home, it was a fortress of privilege, created through relentless exploitation, and masked in elegance to hide its true foundation. 4. Daily life and human suffering. Life at Norway was harsh and inhumane. Enslaved people worked under extreme conditions, constantly watched and violently punished. Families were torn apart, living in fear and sorrow. Yet, amidst brutality, they showed resilience, sharing culture, hope, and endurance. Overseers enforced cruel discipline to maintain productivity. Living spaces were cramped and degrading. Every moment of life at Norway reflected control and loss. Yet the strength of the enslaved endured. The mansion's beauty was built on lives stripped of freedom. And every brick was laid by hands that suffered yet resisted in silence and solidarity. 5. War, emancipation, and collapse. The Civil War threatened the entire southern economy, including Norway. Though physically untouched by battle, the end of slavery left John Randolph facing economic collapse. His massive estate shrank from 6,200 to 800 acres. Without enslaved labor, planters lost power. For the formerly enslaved, freedom brought new challenges, but also hope. The system that sustained Norway crumbled. The war didn't just end slavery, it dismantled a way of life built on human suffering. Norway survived the war's flames, but not the truth it revealed, that its wealth was never truly its own. 6. Sharecropping. Slavery by another name. After emancipation, sharecropping emerged, a system designed to control black laborers under the guise of freedom. Former slaves rented land and paid with crops, but debts and manipulation kept them trapped in poverty. Plantation owners regained control, mirroring slavery's dynamics. At Norway, the labor continued, now under new rules but with the same outcomes. Generations were caught in cycles of exploitation. Freedom was promised but rarely delivered. Sharecropping was slavery in disguise, legal, calculated, and devastating. It proved that even without chains, the South found ways to keep black families under control. 7. The myth of the glorious South. Over time, plantations like Norway reinvented themselves. Tours, weddings, and postcards celebrated their beauty while ignoring their brutal pasts. The myth of the Old South erased slavery's horrors, replacing truth with fantasy. By the 21st century, historians and descendants began to challenge this whitewashed history. Norway became a symbol of denial. Its polished image hid generations of suffering. The romanticism couldn't survive forever. Truth seekers demanded honesty over nostalgia. The beauty once admired became a backdrop for hard questions. Should we celebrate elegance born of pain, or confront the legacy it left behind? The 2025 fire destroyed Nottoway Plantation's facade, but exposed its hidden truth, centuries of suffering masked as beauty. In its ashes, history spoke louder than ever before.